Yeah, I smell like money. We be blowing hundreds in the drop top with my friends going dummy. Do it. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. Yeah, I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. And my shoes stay blooded, drip like honey. You ain't give it to me, so you can't take it from me. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. Yeah, I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. Guess it's true what they say about the bad chicks, and baby, I'm the baddest even when I.
You run for my money. There is nobody, no one that'll run me. So give me a run for my money. Sipping bubbly, feeling lovely, living lovely. She's lovely. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with. I wanna be with you. Me just love me. If I didn't ride blade on curve, would you still? If I'm in my mind and word, would you still? Keep it 100, I'd rather you trust me than to. Keep it a whole 100, don't got you, I got nothing. I got something. Hold on. We gon' function, no assumptions. Feeling like Tyson with it. Got a Tyson with it. Only for the night, I'm kidding. Only for life, yeah, only for life, yeah, only for life. Let's get it. Hit that shoulder, I know it coming over me. Backstroke overseas. I know what you need. Already on 10, all money come in. All feeling go out, this feeling don't drought, this party won't end. If I didn't ride blade on curve, would you still? If I'm in my mind at work, would you still? Keep it 100, I'd rather you trust me than to. Keep it a whole 100, don't got you, I got nothing. Run for my money. There is nobody, no one that'll run me. So give me a run for my money. Sipping bubbly, feeling lovely, living lovely. I wanna be with you. 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 Me just love. I'm on the way. We ain't got no time to waste. Papa, yo, come on the way. Am I in the way? I don't want pressure, you none. I want your blessing today. Oh, by the way, open the door by the way. Show you that I'm on the way. I'm on the way. I know connection is vague. Pick up the phone for me, babe. Damn it, we jamming. That attitude for your nanny. Curving your hip from your memory. Remember, Gardena, I took the studio camera. I know Top will be mad at me. I have to do it. I want your body and music. I'm about to big one to prove it. Look what you made. Told you that I'm on the way. I'm like an exit away. Yeah. If I didn't ride blade on curve, would you still? If I'm in my mind and word, would you still? Keep it 100, I'd rather you trust me than to. Keep it a whole 100, don't got you, I got nothing. Run for my money. There is nobody, no one that'll run me. So give me a run for my money. Sipping bubbly, feeling lovely, living lovely. I wanna be with you. 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 Me just love me.
It's not that I want you here, yeah. It's not about the way you said
What up, Doe? It is your girl Ness. Some of you know me by Fresh Ness. I have a wonderful, wonderful lady that will be joining me in a few seconds. She is an amazing, I have to give like this intro. She is an amazing person. I actually had the opportunity yesterday to really have a good conversation. I don't even want to discuss it, but it was a great conversation, amazing conversation. And so we get an opportunity to have another one. And we left some things on the table so that you guys can have a true exclusive. Okay. Just so you guys know, this is a pre recorded show. This is Lights, Camera, and Action. Thank you for everyone who has been showing love since the beginning of the fruition of this show. So thank you and continue to just ride this wave and this journey with me because I'm going to continue to give you access to people who want to see other people win by them, giving you the jewels that you need, planting seeds that you need, as well as some of you guys are just fans. So that's even better. All right. So let me make sure because for the last year I've been on here, my sounds have been chopped. So I I'm getting better at it, guys. Without further ado, let me bring my girl Jami Freeman up. Mrs. Jami Freeman. Hey. Hey, let me girl, I had to give you some claps or something first.
You. Much gratitude.
Hi. I am loving this whole outfit. We have to discuss this outfit, auntie. This outfit is fire. What are you wearing?
I am wearing my custom made Return of the Mack.
Oh,
Shout out to Clay over at Can You Picture This on Greenfield. He does all of our logos, all of our materials, all of our outfits and t-shirts and everything, all of our marketing materials. So shout out to Clay. And Can You Picture
plug him. Y'all hear that? Shout out. I got to give Clay an applause. Okay, I'm definitely going to support. Let me know how much that costs. I'm going to, or you going to text me his IG because I'm serious.
Absolutely.
That look, is it a whole fit or is it just a jacket?
It's a whole fit.
Oh,
yeah, it's a whole fit.
That's tough
for us.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me get started. So and thank you so much for joining Lights Camera Action. We are happy to have you. What it is you pretty much will be, sharing your heart with people who is aspiring to, become a producer, manager, creative director, whatever it is that you can give them from the things that you do in the industry, as well as you have some newfound fans now, I'm pretty sure, and you're about to gain a bunch of them after this movie. So, so yeah, and so it's really for fans as well as people that's aspiring to grow into the industry and just want to hear from some of their favorite people that they admire. All right. And we will also be going through the trailer, which is our real talk segment. We'll go through the trailer and you can kind of discuss, some things, some tea, whatever behind the scenes things, whatever you decide. And we'll play a cute little game called One Gotta Go that I am so excited, so excited to have you on. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get it started. Down at the ticker, guys, if you see the ticker at the bottom, that is Mrs. Freeman's information, the Gmail as well as Instagram and her production website. Okay, so make sure you guys go and support that. Or if you have any questions for her after the show, you can definitely probably reach out on those they can reach out to any of that, right? Your information at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Where are you from and what were you like as a child?
So I am from Detroit, born and raised, West Side over there. What?
West Side.
Yep. Schoolcraft, Myers, Finkel, Dexter,
Oh,
Hood. Yep. So I am from Detroit. Graduated from Mumford, 1992. Okay, so you got to take that off because I'm showing my age.
no. Well, listen, you younger than me still, so but keep going. You still younger than me. So look, so we both okay. Go ahead.
But yeah, I'm pretty outgoing in my own little way. I'm a little, reserved. At times I don't like to be in the forefront or the limelight, if you will. But I'm outgoing. I've always been an independent thinker, and I don't like anyone telling me what to do. I learned that about myself at a very young age. So I've always been an entrepreneur at heart, and just a go-getter. That's the way I've always been. I can't be still. I like to, keep moving. I've always, not a lazy person. That's not my style. I've always just been a go-getter and a hard worker. So that's pretty much,
Okay.
my personality.
Love it.
Mhm.
Um, what's something surprising you've learned about yourself since you've been pretty much in the industry now?
I think getting out of my comfort zone in this industry, which I had no desire to be in the film industry, to do a film or, be in a film. That's just not my forte, or I never just really thought about it. I've always been in business. So doing this project really got me out of my comfort zone because I had to kind of be in the forefront, and to make things happen and communicate and get actors, and you got to kind of be on the front stage, if you will, whether you want to or not. So I can say that this project kind of got me out of my comfort zone, and it helped me see that I'm able to do things that I didn't think that I was capable of doing. Doing this project and getting it to where it is out in the theaters, and making such a big film. I would have never imagined doing this. So it just let me know that no matter what your situation is, whatever you put your mind to, you can do it, no doubt.
That's
So
inspiring.
yes, this has been a heck of a accomplishment, to say the least. So I'm very proud of myself, me and my husband. We pulled this off.
And you should be.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Freeman as well.
Mr. Freeman, because this was all his idea.
Is 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 Mr. Freeman an introvert or extrovert?
Oh, he's very extroverted.
Oh, okay. So then uh interview two,
Yeah,
Mr. Freeman.
yeah. Yep, that's
Okay. I love it. All right. For people watching who may not know, how would you describe what a casting director really does?
shoot.
Like,
know,
what were some of the things you had to do personally?
well, the casting director is a very important position to be in, because how you cast for a film can make or break that film. Um,
Hmm.
you don't have the right cast and they can't act, or they just don't look the part. When you cast, it's just not about plugging anyone to play a character. That person that you choose really has to fit. For me, the role of Dana was very hard to cast because her role was so significant, and it was an 18-year-old Dana and an 8-year-old Dana. So it was,
Mm.
and I had to make sure that both looked like, the 8-year-old looked like that could be her when she turned 18, and she had to look like that she could be Dewan and Ebony's daughter.
Mhm.
And that plus I had to make sure that the 18-year-old Dana didn't look too grown up, didn't have too much body, didn't have tattoos. And, I needed her to look innocent in the viewer's eyes, especially for a mother looking at her daughter or a father looking at her daughter, and have empathy with what she was going through. So, when you cast, it's so much that you have to look at. Even I had a actor that I knew had some personal issues, and I
Mhm.
had to make sure in his character we had to go back into the script and make it look like he was a savior, and
Mm.
kind of give him a positive viewpoint, because I felt that if I gave him a negative perspective, it would hinder him, not only
Mm.
in the industry but personally. So you really have to, you're almost like a parent figure, when you're a casting director, and you are managing and micromanaging people. You're dealing
Mhm.
with logistics, you're dealing with travel, logistics, hotel, money, all of that. So it's a lot that goes on into casting, that I didn't know or anticipate, but it's a big deal, and you really have to be on board and really look at what you're doing from different perspectives, because like I said, it can make or break a film if you don't cast properly.
And you were producing and casting.
Yeah.
So that's tough.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
Yeah.
let's see. What advice would you give to young Black women trying to break into producing?
I would say, if you want to get into producing a film, make sure that you understand business, and be professional. I think, for me, I can't really, it's hard for me to say, right? Because this is my first film, so it's not like I have all this years of experience in doing, of producing a film. When we got into this, I said, well, I know business, so I'll figure it all out as I go along. And for me, that carried a long way, just knowing business. But you do have to be a people person. You do have to, be friendly, not bossy, treat people with respect, be assertive, when you need to be, and, to stand your ground, and, start off, being on set and just learning people, learning the industry. That's about, my advice to a woman that wants to get into the industry. Don't take no for an answer.
That's good. All right. Um, when an actor submits that self tape, what makes you stop and say, okay, they got something?
When a person goes out of their way of what you ask for. I think, for example, Cody Fox, when he auditioned, he went all out the way. We asked him to do, because he came to the casting call, and he nailed it, and I was like, okay, he's the one. But when he auditioned, the character that he auditioned for wasn't for his role, so we had to have him audition for a different role. And at that time, we were thinking about making him the SWAT officer. So I asked him, Cody, I want you to audition for the SWAT officer. And so he said, okay. So he sent me the tape, and this boy went all out. He got a yellow vet, had it in the driveway, had a brother sitting in the car. He had on a SWAT uniform with a gun. He's like, Golden Mickens, put your hands on the steering wheel. I woke up today wishing a motherfucker would. And we just fell out laughing.
That's dope. That's dope.
So, I think, for those that audition or send in tapes, don't just go exactly by the script. When you go all out and go that extra mile, it goes a long way. I always say, I've never been the type of person that wanted to fit in and be like everyone else, dress like
Mhm.
anyone else, or do anything like anyone else. So, you have to stand out. The worst
That's
thing you
right.
can do is do what everyone else does.
Hmm.
So that's very.
Yes. You my friend in my head. I'm telling you now. You about to be it's extortion. You my homie now moving forward. I love it. Okay, let's see here. Was there a moment in your career where everything just clicked and you said, "Yeah, I'm walking in my purpose. I'm really feeling what I'm doing."
I think I've always been that way.
Okay.
I've always, like I said, I never liked anyone telling me what to do. I've always been my own person, and I've always believed in myself. And I've always, if it's something that I want, I'm going to get it. And that's how I've always been. So, and I'm still that way, and that'll just never change. I'm a little stubborn at heart. So when I set my goal on doing something, I see it to the end. And I make sure I accomplish it to the fullest. I don't like to half ass. I'm a little OCD when it comes to certain things. So yeah. Yeah, and I like that about myself. To some
Mm-hmm.
people it's intimidating, but I think I learned when I was in college the importance of having a mentor, and I had quite a few mentors. And I remember Janice Green. Man, one day I called her and asked her for advice, and she had me on the phone crying. I'm a grown ass woman crying. She just lit into me. She was like, "I am not going to coddle you," but I needed that, and I would
Mm-hmm.
say, my advice to people out there: have a mentor, have
Yep.
someone that's older than you, that's educated, that's more
Mm-hmm.
successful than you, and to guide you. I think we all need that.
That's true.
Especially as you grow along and as in your life and elevate, you still need people that's on a different level than you to help guide you. It helps.
And I totally agree with that. I definitely still know my mentors, love every last one of them, and can reach out to them if needed. You're
Mm-hmm.
absolutely correct. It makes you better in everything you do because you're humbling yourself. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing. Ego is the more people allow ego to overtake humility.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay, let's see. What are some common mistakes actors make that hurt their chances?
I think, um, well, a lot of it is just basic, in my opinion. I think, some people don't, this young generation, I think I call them the microwave generation because they kind of want, their results just fast. They want to get to the end of the rainbow. Um,
Mhm.
and I think, some mistakes that actors make is not really looking at the script for the role that they're, you know, going to take. They just look at, okay, I've got a role, I'm going to be seen, I'm making this money. And they don't think about, their future. They don't think about, the role that they're playing, how it may or may not hurt them. They don't look into the production company, how much money are they putting in that film? Because if they're not investing anything in that film and you're acting in it, well, that film is not going to really go nowhere. So are you just wasting your time for a couple of dollars? Some films can have you typecast or really hurt you. You can be in a whole lot of films, and that can hurt you more than just only being in one film. So I think, being, cautious about what you get involved with is very important. Taking acting classes, making sure that you have, all your credentials in place. You know, you have a resume, you have photos, you have a EPK. You know, take yourself seriously if you really want to get into this industry. Um, and you know, like I said, just watch the roles that you play. Make sure you know you get paid for what you work. Don't be afraid to turn down a role. You know, don't be hungry. You know, if you know you want to be respected in this industry, you have to be assertive and you have to stand your ground. And sometimes that means you may not get the gig, and that's okay.
Something else that you supposed to get will be right around the corner if it's meant for you. I
Absolutely.
I agree with that.
Mhm.
Um, what is the ultimate message or impact you want your project to have on the audience?
Oh boy. You know, this film, when we decided to do the Return of the Mac, you know, my husband and I were talking and we were, you know, trying to remember the last Black film that we saw that had a positive message. And we couldn't remember when the last time we saw a Black film that had a positive message. So we said, okay, well, maybe it's time. And
Mm,
um, you know, it was very important for me that this film had a positive message, especially coming off the original Mac. You know, the original Mac is the granddaddy triple OG of all the Black exploitation films,
right.
and we wanted, and it was a great film that had a great message. A lot of people look at the original Mac as it was glorifying the, you know, pimps and hoes, but it wasn't. You know, it
Mm-hmm.
had a good message in that
Mm-hmm.
film, and we wanted to, you know, take that film and not regurgitate it, but you know, talk about what's going on in today's timeline, and which is human sex trafficking in our timeline. You know, we didn't glorify that, you know, lifestyle in our film. We wanted to really hone in because our women are coming up missing daily, our men and our women. And, you know, it's a real epidemic that's going on all over the world. It's not just in the inner cities. It's not just blacks. It's not just whites, or it's, you know, it has no boundaries. And so I really wanted to hone in on, you know, what's going on in our neighborhoods. And I feel like, you know, too much is given, much is required. You know, we have been inundated, especially in our culture, in our music. You know, women ain't shit but hoes and tricks. You know, we get it in our music. You know, we get it in our films. You know, all the toxicity, the trauma, the drama, the fighting, the ratchetness. We are so inundated with all of that stuff, and it's like, okay, I need a breath of fresh air. Let's have some positivity. Let's have a message about how we treat our women. Let's have a message about what's really going on in our communities and be aware of it and come together. It's easy for us to blame the president, the politicians, blame the system. But at the end of the day, and that's one of the messages in this film that I love the most, is self-reflection, of us looking within ourselves and, you know, communicating that we need to come together as families, as communities, as parents, you know, to watch out for our loved ones, our women, and respect them, because they are
Sheesh.
the givers of life, you know, and if we don't do it, then who else will? So that is, you know, this film is really going to surprise people because it's not what you think it is.
Yeah. It's one of them on the surface you looking like, oh, but when you
Right.
actually watch it, then you'll see, oh, yeah, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Okay.
Tomorrow, tomorrow.
Yes, I know. Hey. I gotta go buy me some wine.
Okay. Girl, we having a party over here.
Oh, you understand? Let's see. Uh I don't think I asked you this question. What should actors be doing right now to stay ready for opportunities?
They should get involved in everything that they can to, you know, craft their styles. I think, you know, especially taking acting lessons, you know, real professional acting lessons. I think is key. I think, you know, ensuring that they have their all of their credentials and pictures on their IMDb, having photos, a resume always ready. And I would say, you know, to go to the film festivals, you know, for us, doing the film festival circuit for a whole year was a great opportunity for us. You know, we really made connections with a lot of people. I think, you know, even if you're not in a film festival, just visiting one and, you know, networking is key. Networking, I'm big on networking because you never know who you may meet and you always need to be ready. So, you know, there are people that are looking for talent all the time. So, you know, you really have to put yourself out there. And like I said, always be ready. Always have your credentials on you. Always be ready. But you have to put yourself in the right spot. You know, travel to other states, go to other production companies and see what's out there, you know. And, you know, after you start doing films, and you get to a certain level, you know, make sure you have a good manager or agent to help guide you and to help get you to great or higher level projects that will, you know, take your career further.
Okay. All right. All right. Oh my gosh. That was so good. Hey.
Right.
You got an explosion, sis. What an explosive interview or conversation. That's what I want to call it. Guys, this wisdom, this game, and for I want to say this for you to really just start into this industry that you're working toward you know, building in, the wisdom and the knowledge and just the conversation that I just had with you, it sounds like you've been in it forever. You know, that means that you really been researching, learning, and actually structuring yourself the way that you need to move into this new lane that you're in this industry. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing like everything that you're going to be doing in the future. And you definitely got an outlet here for anything that you're doing.
Well,
Okay, sis.
thank
For
you. I
sure.
appreciate that.
I just need to know what size you are in that sweatsuit because we can kind of barter, you know, like
I know that's right. I got you, Lord.
all right. So let's how about we actually look at the trailer
Okay.
instead of it's so this segment right here is called Real Talk. I'm going to put us to the side real quick and then we're going to pull up the trailer and we're going to discuss it real quick after it, you know, after we watch it.
Oh man, hey, you know, man, pimpin's still alive, baby. That's what we do. We get that pass. You feel me?
I welcome you all to Detroit's annual Players Ball. The moment you all been waiting for. The Mack of the Year award goes to Golden. Mack of the Year is here.
Hey, look, we got an emergency. Somebody hit the Bracy building last night.
I choose you.
God damn it, who did it?
You know the rules of the game.
You want to damn? I'm gonna make you wish you was never born.
Nobody come between me and my empire. You can bet that.
You should have known not to fight the hand that feeds you.
Golden Mickens Jr.,
What's this all about, man?
warrant for your arrest.
You have been found guilty of assault and attempt to commit armed robbery.
So you gonna let this man take my family away from me?
Oh, so you a pimp and a protector, huh, baby?
I was able to make a lot of money, but it cost me 10 years and my family.
I was worried about you in there with them damn gladiators, man. You home now, boy.
I'm just looking for my daughter, Daniel.
You mean my lemon drop?
She's special.
You may be her father, but I'm her daddy.
It's the return of the Mack. I'm back for the smoke. Back to fix all of the practices them savages broke. I recognize who the beast was and had to revoke. Cause when the Mack returns, wide awoke, that's the result.
Big bad Golden ain't showing no mercy. You're out of control, bro.
You know, I'm getting real sick of you.
They're waging war in our neighborhoods.
I'm gonna tear up the whole city.
I promise you, we gonna find your daughter.
Whoa. Okay. That was good. That trailer was fire too.
Yeah.
So you kind of summed it up a little bit about some of the movie and what it's about. The characters that you put together, this is a great melting pot. I want to shout out to you. I love Dewan, but I want to shout out to Cody because I got a strong feeling that this right here about to put him like he good, but this one right here, he about to skyrocket.
Yeah,
I can,
Cody did his thing.
yeah, I already see it. So tell me a little bit and give us a little tea on like some of the anything that you feel you want to talk about that's not going to jeopardize to the or do a spoiler alert like
Right.
I want to know some tea. I kind of want to know like how was like it on set? Was everybody was there any everybody was good like the set?
The set, it was so much, because we had a really tight schedule. So, it was kind of overwhelming sometimes. It was fun.
You got some heavy hitters in there. I think that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You got some heavy hitters that have been in the game. You got some that's rising, that's got a name. You got some that's trying to create a name for themselves. You got like a lot of different personalities in this one. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, we do.
So I'm
all levels.
You held it down though.
Yeah, it went well because like working with Doug, I thought Doug was gonna be, kind of standoffish or whatever, but Doug is cool as hell. I wish I would have had more time to work with him.
Oh, that's awesome.
He was really great to work with. Of course, Cliff, that's my guy. Clifton is just so wonderful, and Cliff, you can just sit down and talk to Cliff forever. But he was great to work with. DeAndre was great to work with. I love working, and the team, the Detroit, talent, they were all great.
Yeah. They gonna show love. They
were all great. The whole cast was really, really good.
That's awesome.
I can't say that enough. One thing that I hope that this film does, because we're doing it, but of course we want the film to be successful, but a lot of times it's not about you. And if one thing that I want to happen is that, as this film comes out tomorrow and gets on, the platforms and people see it, I hope that it opens the door for those actors that are in our film, that they get recognized because, we did this film back in 24. So it's been 2 years. That we, took our time to the film festival, and we wanted a really good distribution deal for that reason. We wanted it to be on a higher platform in theaters so that our actors can get the exposure that I think that they deserve, because they really are good actors.
They are.
But it was great. I think, of course, to answer your question, the courtroom scene is my favorite scene, of course, because that's my scene right there. We have
the courtroom scene.
Yeah, that we could not stop laughing on that scene.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like it was like some takes that y'all just was cracking up.
Yeah, we could not stop laugh. I think Cliff was cracking up on camera. It was a fun day. And of course, shooting the scene at Aretha Franklin's home. That was the masquerade party.
See, that was at Aretha Franklin's
That was
home.
at Aretha Franklin's home. Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
Yes. And that scene, it was a beautiful day. It was very overwhelming because we had so many people. I think we had like 55 extras that showed up. I thought it was only going to be 10. And 55 people came all dressed in gowns and black suits, maked ups. A lot of them had their own custom masks. Oh yeah. It was something. And it was like, wow. Yeah, that was the day. Yes.
Thank you. See, that's what thank you for that behind the scenes tea. I love that. All right.
Yeah,
okay.
So this film was very fun.
That's awesome. I'm glad. So before you get out of here, we're going to play a game, and then from there you can talk to, your newfound fan of people that will be taking interest and giving them some tips. But let's play One Gotta Go. So it's called One Gotta Go. However, it is like a little fun trivia, so I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to put it on and we'll just go ahead and get started. Let's see here. Okay, so with this one,
all right.
Only one can stay.
Only one can stay?
Yep. Hidden Figures help. The Butler, Malcolm X.
Oh, Malcolm X. That's easy.
I know that's right.
Rebel, baby. Malcolm X all day.
Okay. I told you my friend in my head. I ain't gonna lie to you. We is too much alike. Okay. Let's see. Name the actors that you would cast for each movie.
Oh boy. All right. The last.
So we got House Party.
House Party.
I can see okay, let me stop. Okay, go ahead. This is
you can see DeWine as what?
In House Party and Kamal.
Okay, yeah.
That'll be dope. Okay, sorry. I'm just gonna give you that one. Now let's go back.
Okay. So for the Last Dragon, you have to put what's his name? White. His last name is White. The martial art actor.
Oh yes, Michael J.
White.
Yeah, Michael J. White.
So
okay.
I would have him for the Last Dragon. Friday. Cube. Who could play Cube?
Who could? Oh, his son. Oh, girl.
Yeah, his son could play him, but now I would have somebody else because I think that's obvious.
Yeah, that's too LeBron and Bronny.
Right. Shoot. Okay, so I probably would have for what's his name character? Maybe DC Young Fly.
Oh yes. That'll be good.
Yeah. And so who could play Cube?
DC Young Fly for show.
Yeah, DC Young Fly can play what's his name's character? I'm trying to think of who could play Cube though.
I
don't know.
Oh, you maybe The Game.
Yeah, there you go.
That'll be
better help, girl.
You know what? I'm acting like we on the phone. You know what? Everybody gonna be like, you cheating. Like all of my old guests that was on here, they're gonna be like, if they watch this, they're gonna be like, how you give
the answer?
Okay, go ahead. Okay, the last one, Don't Be a Menace.
Don't be a Don't Be a Menace.
The Wayne, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh man, Wayne brothers. Can't nobody play the Williams brothers but the Williams brothers. They funny.
We're brothers. We're brothers.
All right. They are hilarious. Can't nobody be okay. I go ahead. Key and Peele then.
Oh, okay. Okay. Look at you. All right, casting director. Let's see. Let's do another one. Hold on. Okay, let's see. I'm not giving you no more answers either. Okay. Let's see. All right. So for this one gotta go.
One gotta go. Oh man, these are some good movies.
I know.
Oh, this is hard. Okay, I'm gonna say Poetic Justice. That was my least favorite.
Okay, I can see that. I agree.
It was my least favorite. It was good.
Yeah,
but I get it. That's my least favorite.
Even though I'm a Pac fan. All right.
I love Pac all day.
Only one comedian can stay in his entire catalog. So everybody else would have to be gone.
Eddie Murphy. You can't mess with Eddie. Eddie got long.
Eddie. I think I would say Eddie too out of everybody. Even though I
used to watch his up on VHS.
Yeah.
Was it we had on the red leather suit?
Oh yes. Was that Delirious?
Yeah.
Oh yes, that was so good.
Yeah.
Okay. Which TV show or not TV? Well, which movie? Hold on. I'm sorry. Which movie would you remake? Paid in Full, Get Rich and Die Trying, Belly, or Caught Up with LL Cool J and Omar Epps. Which one would you remake for like modern times?
I'm laughing because me and my husband had a bet on which movie was best between Paid in Full and Belly.
Ooh. Dang, that's hard.
Belly. And I'm like, nah, it's Paid in Full.
Oh, I like Paid in Full. So man,
be on some real murder shit, B.
Oh, I'm telling you, Paid in Full, man. Paid in Full just did something.
I know, right?
And the fashion,
you know, like that was hip hop to the fullest.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm gonna say Paid in Full, but I know my husband would say Belly. And whatever, if you want to redo Belly, then you know it's going down. So
both of them will be fire.
Yeah, both of those will be fire.
Dang, you might have to do that and put your own twist to it, like how this.
Because if my husband here, he going to run with it. Don't give him no ideas.
Yes, okay. He got to come on the show. He got to come on the show. Me and him got to talk.
I know, right?
Okay, let's see what else we got. I think we got one more. Okay. This is One Gotta Go.
All right, so okay.
Harlem Nights,
Night.
Coming to America, Life, and then Trading Places.
Oh man, you got all the classics, girl.
Classic.
My Eddie Murphy's films, and I love all of those. One Gotta Go. Trading Places was good.
It was. And a lot of people don't even, some people don't even know about that. I'm like, what?
No, Trading Places was the shit. Coming to America, that was a classic. Life. Harlem Nights was my favorite. I done watched that movie 50 million times. Woo. So I'm doing a analysis here. And I'm going to go with Trading Places because out of the four, it's the only one that does not give homage to the ancestors. You know, he got
Okay.
Harlem Nights, he had everybody in it. Coming to America, he showed love,
Yeah.
life, you know, and a
Yeah.
lot of people aren't alive anymore. So that's
I
my
like it.
yeah. So that's how I'm gonna choose that one.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Type.
That's it.
Okay, let's see. I think one more maybe.
All right.
Or was this the end? Okay. Okay.
Oh wow.
Only one can stay. Ooh, that is Nicki Minaj, Lauryn Hill, Missy Elliott, and Little Kim.
Now see that don't fit because
Only one, only
Hill,
one can stay.
Lauryn Hill, you know, she was the sister out of the whole group. You know what I mean? That's why I said that don't fit. I love Missy, but
Mhm.
Lauryn Hill, you know, I got to go with the righteous sister right there. I love
Mm. Man, I don't care what they say about my girl. That's my baby.
Hey, I love
I
Lauryn.
love Lauren.
Okay, shoot.
And this was my era with her too.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah, I love her
no,
whole vibe.
yeah, but Lauren, nah, I gotta go with Lauren.
All right. Thank you so much for playing. One gotta go. All right. So before you get out of here, last minute seed planning for anybody that is watching, for everyone that is watching that once again is aspiring to get into the industry. She just planted so many like seeds. And then there's people that will be watching the movie and she will be connecting with because of the fact that I got a strong feeling. I haven't watched it yet, but I already know that it's going to be good. I just know it is. I feel it. So I am and she's not going anywhere. So this right here is just like her premiere into this whole new industry that she is about to like kill it in. So I'm
Mhm.
glad that I had the opportunity. I just want to say that from the bottom of my heart. It has been an amazing, like you definitely got to be a friend of the show. Whatever you want to do, you want to come on,
Absolutely.
do some reaction movie videos, whatever it may be. I'm down because you super cool. We'll
Thank
have a couple drinks. I do my little sip and watch, child, and
you.
have
I
my
can
little
see
yeah,
that.
I have my little wine, and then the audience be watching a show with me or something like that. So definitely I'll let you know when I do that, start doing that again if you're interested in coming in.
Okay. All right.
Um
Absolutely.
but what is it that you would like to say to your audience tonight?
I would like to say to all of you to support this film, support the actors in it. This is not just a movie, it is a movement. It is bringing awareness to human sex trafficking, and it's bringing awareness to us as a community. This is a very entertaining film. It's funny, it's serious, and it's those one of those films that's going to be with us for a long time, I hope. So please go out, watch the movie, give us your feedback. This film has won 11 film festival awards, and it's just really a great film. And not only that, but Alice J's organization, we are supporting her. She is a human sex trafficking survivor, and we are donating some of our proceeds from this film to her organization to help women who are or have been victims of human sex trafficking. So just know that you're not just supporting this movie by just watching it and being entertained. You're actually helping a cause. So go out, watch this movie. It comes out tomorrow, April 17th. It will be on Amazon, Apple TV, Fandango, Dish, Comcast, everywhere you can rent or buy movies. So make sure you watch it, tell a friend, support us. And I thank you all for, giving me this opportunity, Nessa, to be on your stage and, you know, talk about our film. I really appreciate it. So thank you.
No problem. Anytime, sis. And you guys heard her, and there will be information in the descriptions so that you can get more information regarding the you said the you're doing a GoFundMe or something, or you have a link to
On our website if you want to support her
okay.
organization, you know, directly. But
Okay.
we'll be
So the
providing
ticker.
yeah.
So go by you see the ticker down at below in the yep, all the information is at the bottom, and also in our description we will have all the information as well. Thank you so much. I won't hold you. I done had you for you know, for 2 days now.
No worries.
We won't even discuss it, but this has been good. It was meant to be. It was meant to be.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Divine.
I appreciate it. Don't forget, send me that IG. I'm gonna support your guy who does custom merch too. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you. Love you guys and mean it. Y'all have a good one. Until next time. Okay, bye, Mrs. Freeman.
Okay, see you later.
Tell Mr. Freeman I'm gonna let him know on the date next month so he can jump on here. We have a post conversation about the show.
That's right.
All right. Bye, hon.
All right. Bye.
Bye.